But Barb, as predictable as the results may be in ice dance, the ladies' event is anything but.
Well, Paul, fatigue and injury has had a major impact in this event. China's Lu Chen arrived here the favorite when both Nancy Kerrigan and Oksana Bayul withdrew. But since then, she has had to withdraw herself because of a stress fracture to her right foot. Now, this opens up the field. But even though 5 of the 10 competitors from the Olympics are not here, it's still an extremely strong field. That's simply because the ladies' event is loaded with young talent. Now, Surya Bonaly from France is now the favorite on paper, but there are many contenders, including Japan's Yuka Sato and our own Josée Chouinard. But before we get to them, we're going to see another Canadian, Susan Humphreys. We'll see her technical program when we return.
Like the pairs and men's technical program, there are 8 required elements. But Barb, we are not going to see as many triples as we saw in the men's technical.
Well, in the men's technical program, they are allowed to complete 2 triple jumps. In the ladies, they're only allowed 1, and that is in the jump combination. So that will be the highest risk element here. That's where we'll see the most mistakes.
I'll keep those in mind as we watch Canada's Susan Humphreys, 18 years of age, from the Royal Glenora in Edmonton. She was the very first skater at the Olympic Games in the technical program and did not qualify for the long program, but exercised some of those demons here with a strong showing in her qualifying skate where she was 7th.
Well, Susan is a skater with tremendous potential, but in the past has always had trouble handling the nerves.
She appeared to have some difficulty in the warm-up as she will be attempting a triple flip double toe combination here. She's going to open with her double axel. Nicely done.
Here's her combination. Good job.
Nicely done. Nice and clean.
Gorgeous spiral. This is one of the required elements, the spiral sequence.
Step sequence.
The last double jump, double lutz, and there's the smile. Skating very early in the event. She's skating 2nd, and this is a great standard to set for this event.
Well, that's nice to see. After her disappointment at the Olympics, she was determined to come here and fight for a good technical program, and she has delivered.
Here we're going to see her double axel. Nice setup. Lifts it straight up into the air. Nice tight arm position. Nice extension on the free leg on that landing.
Susan, a grade 12 student at reshaped High School in Edmonton, born in Moose Jaw. And here are the required element marks, up to 5.2 from Belgium, and Margaret Berezowski, the Canadian judge, a 4.4 though from Bulgaria.
Thank you. Presentation.
And now the presentation marks up to a 5.3. So Susan and Christy Ness, her coach, are happy with that. Next, Jean Senft has more on the layback spin in the Royal Bank judges' seat.
5-0.
In the women's technical program tonight, one of the 8 required elements is one that doesn't always stand out. And yet when it's performed well, it's beautiful to watch. It's the layback spin. It's not an easy spin for all skaters to do, and it takes a good deal of practice to achieve the flexibility needed to perform it well. The layback is performed either with the lady bending to the side, as seen here, or to the back, as shown here. Either are acceptable positions. However, the judges will reward the backwards bend as being more difficult. Judges look for the spin to be centered and rotating on one spot. The further backwards a skater bends with more arch in her back, the better. If the spin is secure, the arms can be used to develop musical highlights. By contrast, this layback position is inferior, with a back bend that's not well developed or defined. It's not clear if she's leaning to the side or to the back. The position in general is weak. In the technical program, 6 revolutions are required in the layback position. If a skater falls short of that, there's a deduction of 0.1 to 0.2 from the required elements mark. Natalie Krieg of Switzerland, one of the best spinners in the world, takes the layback position to its extreme, showing good speed and amazing flexibility in her back. The holding of her free leg is an option, and one that in this case further enhances her spinning position. The layback spin is one of the prettier elements in women's skating. When performed well, it transfers the emphasis from jumping technique to spinning technique and artistry. It should be obvious which skaters have taken the time to develop the flexibility to do this spin and to use it to enhance the grace and elegance of their own performance. Chris?
Gene will pay attention to the layback spin when we watch Tanja Szewczenko, the German champion, who is warming up. But right now, let's join Brian Williams with Susan Humphreys.
Thank you, Chris. Susan, I know it was tough for you at the Olympics, but what a performance. What a performance here to put the Olympics behind you. Strong jumps, strong spins. Jean Senft was saying you have a wonderful run to your blades. Can you explain that?
I think that a lot of people have just told me that it's a natural ability that I have. It's almost like a dancer's blade. They have an extremely good run to their blade, and that's one thing that people have told me I have that some people don't.
Well, a very good glide. Now, you do have strength gained from off-ice conditioning. You do a lot of off-ice conditioning.
Yeah, I do weight training and biking and all sorts of things.
Well, Susan, a good opening night here. Good luck tomorrow.
Okay, thanks.
That is Susan Humphreys. Let's go back to Chris Cup.
Well, thank you, Brian. Injuries have certainly taken their toll on this competition with the late withdrawal of Lu Chen. And here is Tanja Szewczenko, the talk of the morning. A nasty spill in practice. She landed on the ice and hurt her chin. You can see the bandage there. She slammed into the boards, hurt her arm, was carried off the ice, but here she is back to compete in the technical program, and she is a medal contender here.
Well, that was reminiscent of the collision that she had at the Olympic Games with Oksana Bayul before the event. A little tight on that double axel. Seems that every event we go to, something happens to Tanja.
Maybe it's in the name.
Good triple loop, double toe combination.
And as you watch her jump on your screen, she's generally moving from left to right, and she is a reverse jumper. And that is part of the reason she's involved in so many accidents, is that when she's on a practice session, when she's on a warm-up, she's moving in the opposite direction to the balance of the field that's out there.
starting to take over this ladies' event. She walked into the World Championships last year, placed 7th for the first time. And now she may even have a shot at a medal.
And you know, Tanja Szewczenko feels a whole lot better now than she did in her practice this morning.
Here we take a look at her double axel. A little tight right there. You see it's actually over-rotated, and she has to push the landing through. Here we see her combination, triple loop, nice air position, rechecks, plants the toe, up into the double toe. Clean combination.
And we'll have her marks when we return. The required element marks, 5.3. The low mark from the Canadian, Finnish, and Polish judges, up to 5.5s for the 16-year-old grade 10 student who was 6th at the Olympic Games, her coach, Peter Meyer. And now the artistic marks, and 9 first-place ordinals. So the bandage on the chin, but she was able to put it all back together, and a good technical program for Szewczenko. Some last-second instructions from her father, Nobuo Sato, and now Yuka Sato, the Japanese champion, is ready to head out onto the ice. And she is one of the gold medal contenders here. She won her pool in qualifying. And the key will be to get through this technical program. She singled the Lutz at the Olympic Games, and that really set her back.
Well, I spoke to Peter Dunfield, her coach, just prior to the warm-up. And he said there is major pressure on her because she's in her home country, but he said the biggest pressure here is the history that she has with this combination. Here it is. Good one. And the pressure's off now. Yuka is her speed that she carries into these jumps. It makes it very exciting to watch. Good camel position on the spin. Her feet go in this sequence. Footwork turning both directions, which shows a high degree of difficulty. This program is the energy, the choreography. She pays attention to all the small details, but most of all, she landed that combination.
Well, the Japanese thought she'd be a threat here from the time she beat Nancy Kerrigan at Skate America to open the season, and she has lived up to expectations in this technical program. Here we see that combination, triple Lutz, nice and straight, great arm position, took the time to get rebalanced. Completes it nicely.
Here's her layback spin. Nice arched back position.
And well centered.
Yes.
Back with her marks when we return to Japan. Popping from the fans here as they look for some great marks, and they're going to get them. 5.6 from the Polish judge up to 5.8. There's Peter Dunfield, her coach from the Gloucester Figure Skating Club, where she has trained in the past, but this year something different. He spent the time in Japan with her. And the second set of marks up to a 5.9 from the Hungarian judge at 9 first-place marks. She won her qualifying pool, and she is very much a threat here. Yuka Sato of Japan. Here's the former German champion, Marina Kielmann, who was beaten out by Katharina Witt for the final Olympic spot on the German team. She's 26 years of age from Dortmund, coming off her best world championship result last year, which was 6th. She's a tough competitor, and in this field, it's wide open for even her to be a medal contender.
Well, this warm-up group was most interesting because it truly represented the youth meeting the veterans. She was on this warm-up group with Michelle Kwan, who is but 13 years of age. Marina Kielmann is 26, twice as old.
Well, if ever there was a year for Marina, this is it. This is a jump she has a lot of difficulties with. Oh, very low on the landing, but she does it.
Marina has a history of appearing at major events with some sort of nagging injury. And upon her arrival here, I asked her if she was healthy, and she seemed thrilled to be at a major competition with no nagging injury. She said she felt really good.
Well, the technical program has been a minefield for her in the past. At the European Championship, she was 14th after the short program, 10th last year after the technical program in Prague. So she is feeling good about that.
Here's her combination, triple Lutz. You see her lean and break at the waist, but takes the time to recheck her position so she can get the double toe in. Wasn't pretty, but she completed it.
And here's a look at one of her required spins. It's a layback spin. You see her go back. She doesn't get a great arch in her back. It's very well centered, though.
Marina's marks when we return.
Marina Kielmann.
4 times she has been a medalist at the European Championships, but never at the Worlds. Required element marks, 5.0, below mark from Finland, but 5 4s from Belgium and Hungary.
5-3. Thank you. Presentation.
Did some work last year with the former world champion from Canada, Donald McPherson. The presentation marks up to 5.5, and she has 6 third-place marks, actually a 7th and 8th as well, but Marina Kielmann is in 3rd place in this short program.
18番、ミシェル・クワンさん、アメリカ、number 18, representing the
Well, what a year it has been for 13-year-old Michelle Kwan of the United States. We saw her win the World Junior title at Colorado Springs, a bronze medal at the U.S. Nationals, and she was the Olympic alternate through the entire Tanja Harding affair.
Well, you would think that the ups and downs of that roller coaster ride going into the Olympics would really be exhausting, but she's the type of girl that nothing seems to faze her.
She's been skating well in the technical program, but she has been having difficulties with her long, as we saw in qualifying. Here she sets up for a combination triple Lutz.
What a shame. There's a lot of pressure riding on her shoulders, as she is the only American lady skater competing in this event. Nicole Bobek failed to qualify.
Indicated that he felt that some of the difficulties she's been having are a result of the fact that he says she has grown considerably since Junior Worlds. And she was amazing at Junior Worlds in December because it was like she couldn't miss. We're just amazed at how she went through the week with such consistency.
Well, a key here for Michelle and for the American team is for her to get into the top 10, because if she doesn't, that means that only one woman goes to the World Championships next year.
And that's a long way from a sweep of the podium just 3 years ago.
As she finishes her program with the combination spin, the fall in the combination jump is going to cost her 0.5 right off the top.
Well, that's too bad, because you can see that glorious potential she has, just 13 years of age, Michelle Kwan of the United States.
Here we see perhaps her best jump element, the double axel. Watch her land it, hit a nice controlled position, and give it a little bit of flair on the end.
Here's the Lutz combination. She gets good height, but she isn't over top of her blade on the landing.
And we'll have the marks for Michelle Kwan when we return.
Mark, you came down and you just didn't.
Frank Carroll sorting out the flowers while Michelle Kwan waits for the marks, and the miss in the combination is reflected in the required element marks. 4-4 from the Finnish judge, 4-5 from France, but a couple of fives there. She said after qualifying, I wasn't happy with my skate. I had no guts. But she's a pretty gutsy 13-year-old. And the presentation marks go well up. She has a couple of fifth-place marks, but also an 11th and a 14th overall, 8th place for the 13-year-old from the States.
Surya Bonalyさん、フランス、number 19.
Here's the four-time European champion, Surya Bonaly of France, disappointed with her fourth-place finish at the Olympic Games, but she is now the top-ranked skater here and the world silver medalist last year in Prague.
Well, unfortunately for Surya, the rules of this technical program prohibit her from showing us just how good she can be, because she's one of the few women that can do a triple-triple combination, yet here in the technical program, she's only allowed to do a triple-double.
consistent jumpers here. There's the triple lutz combination. Great height. Very solid.
One of the things that has perhaps hindered Surya over the years is her style of skating. It's very choppy, it's very quick. And one of the things that the judges are looking for is the skater's ability to show a number of different styles. And Surya tends to have difficulties when she tries to give you that long, flowing line. It's one of those characteristics of a well-rounded program.
Left to go. This is one of the rules the ISU is looking at changing next year to give the women an option to do another triple jump in the program. And that is what would set the jumpers apart from the others in this event.
Well, there's no better jumper in the women's event than Surya Bonaly of France.
Here we see her combination, triple lutz. Excellent position, good flow, good speed.
I don't think she can do that any better than that.
And here we're going to see some of those interesting positions she hits in her combination spin. Creativity, one of the things judges are looking for.
Her marks and Josée Chouinard when we come back to Japan. French delegation was unhappy with the technical program marks of Surya Bonaly at the Olympics. Let's see what comes up here. Well, there's a 5.9 from Bulgaria, 5.9 from Belgium. Low mark, 5.5 from Hungary.
Question is, how does it stack up against Yuka Sato?
And now the second set, and a couple of 5.9s, but some artistic marks not as high. She has 4 first-place ordinals, 5 seconds, and she is behind the Japanese champion, Yuka Sato.
Josée Chouinard-san, Canada, number 20, representing Canada.
Here she comes, the 3-time Canadian champion, 24-year-old Josée Chouinard of Rosemont, Quebec. After a disappointing Olympic game, she said she was lucky that she still had the World Championships. Let's see if she can take advantage of that. She looked wonderful in winning her qualifying pool.
Well, I think the change of coaches to Louis Stong this year has really helped her, and in particular her work with Sandra Bezic. She's always been a great jumper, but now she has the package. Very well-rounded skater now. Triple lutz double toe combination.
Well, following her Olympic performance, Josée summed up herself by saying, "I'm tired of saying the next time."
This might be it. Josée the mark. She's a very well-liked skater. I think now she's giving them the opportunity.
Last jump requirement for double Lutz.
This has been a very well-skated event. The Canadians are sitting right beside us and they're going crazy.
Well, I know that she's going to be delighted with this performance because her time between the Olympic Games and now was a very rough time for Josée. She tried to break in a new pair of skates. There were a lot of tears at the Granite Club in Toronto, but she went back to her old boots, and they've obviously got some magic still in there for her.
I've heard that story before.
There's her teammates, and the Canadian flags are waving here in Japan, and it's always great to see the Josée Chouinard smile.
Look at this triple Lutz. Just beautiful height. No hesitation at all. Probably the best in the competition.
Here's the one thing she had a little bit of trouble with, flying back sit spin. She gets a little out of shape there, but shows some patience and pulls it in down to complete the element.
Everything was good.
Embracing coach Louis Stong. Josée, known for her nerves, but she has looked so confident on the ice here. The required element marks 5.5 up to 5.8.
She says she's felt more nervous here than the Olympics, and that has helped her. It's helped her to concentrate.
And now the presentation mark. She has a first-place ordinal from Canada, seconds from Hungary and Germany. The rest are thirds, and that's where she stands, right behind Yuka Sato and Surya Bonaly. And we'll have more from Japan after this. In Makahari, where the women's technical program is complete. And let's check the standings. Yuka Sato, the Japanese champion, on top ahead of Surya Bonaly and Josée Chouinard. Two German women in the top 5. And a great result for Susan Humphreys. She's in 10th spot. In 11th, the 13-year-old from the United States, Michelle Kwan. Now let's join Brian Williams with the Canadian champion.
Thank you, Chris. Josée, I have covered all 4 of your world championships, going back to Munich in '91. There was Oakland, Prague, and now Japan. You're happy, but I've never seen you this focused.
That's what I learned this year. I mean, I really focused for that competition. At Prague, I think I wasn't nervous enough. And for this one, I was. I don't know why. I really wanted for myself, and I got this focus right on time and right at the good place.
Well, Paul Martini said a few minutes ago that after Lillehammer, you were tired of saying next time.
It was making me sick. Like, it hurted so much. I didn't want to say next time, next time. This is it. This was the world that I really wanted to perform. So I'm going to stay focused for tomorrow.
All right, you're in great shape. What do you do tonight to prepare for the long?
I'm just going to relax, watch a little bit of dance, and I'm just going to...
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
All right, focus is the key. Josée Chouinard, good luck in the long program tomorrow. Speaking of focus, up next, a man that was focused last night. We'll have more from Elvis Stojko as CBC continues from the World Championships here in Japan.